run here with Tavon Austin. And not call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Cannon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Touchdown, Falcons! Ito Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Give me that ball, defense.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan. Break him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 14-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, running right is Howard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Austin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His 2nd goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. Check 37, check 37.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusives, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Big grip. Big grip.
Trying the right side with Howard. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
18, Data. 6-6, pull it high.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Step.
Off play action. Herbert. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 38, Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Let's get off the field. Switch. Switch. Set.
Now Ito Smith. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Down. Ready. Ready.
Come on, hey, gun.
They go play action now. Ryan. Caught by Nelson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Maurice Hurst gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Howard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
70, Indy. Go out.
Back to throw. Herbert. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Falcons.
Silver. Big dash. Come. Switch. Base.
On the carry here, it's Austin. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 59, ready. 54, down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. Ryan now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Under 10. 10. Slam.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Falcon first down.
Ready, blue 80.
Hey, alert 3. Jumper. Switch.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road, How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that it's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tavon Austin, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability, as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Running with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Off the play fake. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Gun. 24 is the mic.
Play action. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Ryan. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go again.
Hey, box drop.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Ryan. And a big is here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Ready? 30 base.
First and 10.
Ready?
On first and 10, Herbert. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Let go.
Throwing on first down. Herbert, he's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Now Brown. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
On the ready.
938. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They run with Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's
Medical set challenge play. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game.
a little
Cancel.
too far. It brings up third down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
24. Set, cut. Go to base. Field left. I'm ready.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready. You ready? I'm coming for you. You mine.
Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
I know you feel that. 20. Ready. You ready? This ball back to the offense. Let's go. Watch tight end.
They go play action with Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, 54 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Falcons. Tavon Austin. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Kill. He's checking crap.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
59, ready. Jim.
49, check 49.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line.
And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs at defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Got him in, it's Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike 38.
Off play action, Herbert. And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tavon Austin with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw. Herbert. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 4th down, Herbert. Open man here is Foster. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Austin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Out of the backfield, it's Austin. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
22. Bravo.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. A 1st down carry for Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll run it again with Smith. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Off the play fake. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Off play action. Herbert. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Herbert. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Again, it's Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Sport player stats. Entering statistics screen player stats. Team mode. Raider selected. Interceptions. ABG yard. Longest pass 72. Rushing selected. 20 yard throw. Touch. Yard attempts 14. Receiving selected. Finish game. Entering XP feedback screen, you have 26 options. Game day goals. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 3 options. Trent Brown is selected. Yes. Entering attention pop-up. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. You have two options. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Advanced team object, free trade set, member, league, stats. Entering stats screen, player stats. Entering season stats screen, 3 rows 17 columns left, filter right. Drop, bill, bang, there, AFC select, name T Brady. NFL select, name T Brady. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we ride. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline. Rushing selected, name T Austin. Receiving selected. Name May Brown.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow.
Ratings.